that way's Hansons Point. Out at Hansons Point at the end of October 2022, and I'm going to do a Pappy's backpacking pro tip, but this is going to go into two parts, no doubt, and it's probably going to be, each part is going to be long, and I'm going to talk about, as best as I can, situational awareness, and it's not that I am any kind of expert at this, but I just want to highlight a few things, especially as I'm out here in the Red River Gorge. It's funny, as I'm making this video, there's a helicopter in the background. He was actually back over that way a few minutes ago, and more than likely that's search and rescue. And more than likely, try not to be judgmental here, but more than likely it's because somebody did not practice situational awareness. You know, when you're out here in the gorge, there's just a lot of places that you can hurt yourself, just in general. You know, you're on the trail, there's lots of roots, there's lots of ups and downs and all arounds. But when you get out to a place like Hansons Point, which isn't a marked trail at all, you have some unique challenges. You know, you're looking across from Hansons Point to that little point right there, and you can see there's just a lot of rock formations. Hansons Point's a rock formation, and as you look around, it's a pretty good little drop. And so it's incumbent upon anybody that's out here hiking to make that a pro tip, just to be aware of your surroundings. And I know in some ways self-preservation is gonna make that high on your priority list, because who wants to fall off something like that? But there's people all the time that are getting lost out here, that are falling off places like this for a variety of reasons. Some of them inebriated and that sort of thing. But I just want to highlight to you as a Pappy backpacking pro tip, and it's a hiking pro tip for sure, is just be aware of your surroundings. And that can mean a lot of things, not just the big obvious things like this, but just even as I said about roots and things like that, as you're hiking the trail, there is just a lot going on all around you that you may not necessarily take into consideration, probably mainly because, you know, the just the nature of just being on the trail, mile after mile after mile, that you just, the woods kind of blend in. But, you know, there was one time that I walked down the trail, I think it was near Natural Bridge, not far from here, where there was a hornet nest right above the trail. And I was coming back from a lookout point, and apparently I'd walked right by that hornet nest, and there was hornets flying around. It was an active nest. You know, it's just important to just be looking around at your surroundings too. And situational awareness covers a lot of ground, and like I said, I am absolutely no expert whatsoever. But it means knowing where you're at and the terrain, and having a knowledge of maps, and also just being aware of who is around you. Typically, when I'm out on the trail, people are pretty friendly. I don't run across too many folks that make me fearful or afraid because of their personalities or whatever. But I do from time to time meet some interesting people. And so that's part of situational awareness, is all just as well as that you just be mindful of things like that. Stuff's going to happen, and you can't plan contingencies for everything. But like I said, situational awareness will give you a bit of an understanding that, you know, you're not just being myopic. You're just not just looking at the trail below you and the 1 foot in front of the others, but you're looking around. So there's a Pappy backpacking pro tip. Part 2 of this, and I'll find a place to record this, record that. I'm going to link it to some spiritual application because these backpacking bro tips aren't just about hiking or backpacking. They've got application in the real world and how your faith intersects it. So look for that in part 2. Hope you caught this first before the other one, because it kind of sets the scene up for it. So anyway, take care. Love you all. Bye. Ready, set, go. Yes. Hansons Point, Red River Gorge.